Hello, LeadingAge Live. I am Jordan here back on the expo floor, having a blast, having beer. I think now I get sandwiches.
Yeah, we got sandwiches, that's right.
I'm having a good job. So I'm here with Chef John with Entegra. John, tell me a little bit about Entegra and what it's all about.
Oh, absolutely. I never want to take for granted that anyone knows what a GPO is. It's a group purchasing organization. We are the world's largest at about 28 billion in purchases per year. So we're very robust. We turn those great contracts into operational solutions to our clients. And we have everything from this wonderful category being the seniors genre to fine dining, hotels, chain restaurants, and so on. But we really cover the entire industry and help them with their purchasing and help them with their solutions. So we're also a solutions-based corporation. I head culinary for North America, and we also provide services that one would consider consulting services to help them develop menus, help them do training, and so on. So it's a robust position. It's a robust job.
So when you start with a new client, you're doing these trainings, you're helping with group purchasing, is it a one and done thing, or are you with them a lot of the way for continued improvements? How does that relationship work?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So one of the things we really do, I want to say, strive for is the client for life mentality. You know, something that I pride myself in is really getting side by side with our operators in their operations, learning physically one-on-one what their challenges are, and then applying our services to their challenges, whether it's simply purchasing or they might have an operational challenge that we can facilitate some training, we can do some product development work for them. We even have recently started doing qualitative focus groups. So a lot goes into it.
That's incredible. And so you're in here, you're working on the group purchasing, you talked about menus. You know, with seniors, nutrition is always going to be a big concern. Yeah, so how do you focus on that with Entegra?
Well, we have in-house dietitians that we bounce things off of all the time. So I might go after something very creatively with cost focus in mind, but I always level set that with our dietitians. And actually, I've been in this crazy industry for over 35 years now myself, so I've got a lot of nutrition in my background as well. But, you know, specifically for this category, we're here talking seniors. That is very, very about nutrition, as you mentioned. So we're always looking for ways to creatively get unctuous, delicious flavors on the plate, but still keeping that nutrition mind forward in everything we do.
That's incredible. So you mentioned 35 years.
Yes.
Why? No. I wouldn't even guess you were 35. But what brought you here, and what made you stay for so long?
Well, I'm first generation American. So my dad came from Hungary, my mom from Chile. And that wonderful, I think, ethnic background that I lived and grew up in really made me love the kitchen. It's kind of how my mom kept me busy as a young guy, gardening with her and cooking from scratch. So a kitchen was really a comfort zone for me. And then the rich cuisines of South America and Europe were really what I grew up on. So it was easy for me to apply that to my day-to-day and apply it to the kind of restaurants, fine dining restaurants I've been with. I actually started in the Marine Corps as well, and then ended up in this kind of work where GPO is really a help solution. So one of the things I pride our company in, the word Entegra, you can hear the word integrity there, but we're all about solutions and helping our customers with their work.
So it sounds like that is really how you're able to impact the lives of older adults. Are there other things that you really focus on to make those impacts, the lasting impacts in the lives of our older adults that we're serving?
Yeah, you know, it's so important. I think that we're living longer. I have a mom now who's entering that age of needing a little help here and there. And what a pride it is I've seen. I did not grow up in the seniors category as a chef, but the chefs that I've worked with in this category, what a tremendous amount of pride they take in, you know, how else would you say it? But I might be feeding someone their last meal. And what a tribute and what an honor it is to bring amazing flavors together, amazing nutrition, and give them something really memorable and that they really enjoy on a day-to-day basis. So I think that sense of helping people, that sense of pride we can take in really servicing and honoring our elders with great food, it's keeping me here.
That's incredible. And I think you mentioned this earlier, but in your own personal life, that food is a comfort. And I think food's a comfort for everybody. Like, nobody loves nobody is mad when their favorite meal gets made for them. And so it sounds like you get to deliver these favorite meals on a daily basis, or at least you help those providers to be able to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny you say that. It's probably not a new thing to those watching. When you have the family gathering at your home, everybody always ends up in my kitchen. I imagine everybody else has that same thing to relate to. But I think it's because that's where the warmth is. That's where the conversations happen. That's where those great life occurrences happen, is oftentimes around the kitchen table. And for me, working in a professional environment, giving my culinary talents to the industry, it's kind of being in that kitchen table all the time.
That is such a beautiful way of putting it, that the kitchen table does not have to end when someone moves into a new provider setting. It doesn't mean that the kitchen table ends. It just is a new group at the table.
Agreed, yeah. And, one of the challenges I see in a great way for this newer generation of culinarians is, and I'll say this, they've had a tough couple years, a lot of furloughs, a lot of let-goes, but I would encourage younger chefs to really listen to what you just said, comfort food. It's something that they might have grown up on, maybe not because they're younger, but it's something that Americana, the cuisine, the Americana cuisine is really tied to. We take bits of influence of Europe, Asia, even Canada, South America, and we're making comfort food from that and turning it into something that is very recognizable to us at home. It's the thought of that back to that kitchen table, that it's mom cooking, it's someone cooking in the kitchen, and those smells and flavors are really going to draw us back in and just give us that sense of well-being, I think, at the table.
Speaking of smells and flavors, what do we have going on here? Because it's smelling good.
Yeah, great. So whenever I do a show, I always want to capitalize on the great ingredients that we represent. So I went to our bread company. I've got a fabulous La Brea French bread. I've got a domestic Smithfield prosciutto, some cheese, a little Gouda cheese.
Wow.
We've got a pesto. We've got an olive tapenade. And what we created is a delicious little mini panini. So the idea of small sandwiches, it sort of originated in Spain with the thought of a powerful flavor, maybe concentrated nutrition, not a big heavy meal. Europeans will tend to eat maybe more meals but smaller. It's healthier for you. It's a healthier way to eat. But this is still nice and warm off the grill. You can give me a subject to talk about while you take a nibble if you want, and I'll talk.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to set that up because I want a nibble. So tell me what you're looking forward to most about being here, about talking to the providers coming by, and then I want this to last a while because I want to eat sandwiches. So then maybe tell me about what evening events you might be looking forward to.
Yeah. So, okay, one of the key things about being here for me is I love to express what might seem so obvious but is the not so obvious. So again, a group purchasing organization like Entegra is going to be known for the savings, known for the buying power, known for that assistance in purchasing wisely. That's the obvious. That kind of goes without saying. Bringing on a culinarian like myself, I'm only here for about a year and a half now, we're building a culinary team that's enabling us to provide that consultative service to the operators. So all of the savings is compulsory. That goes with the package. But we can come in, do an analysis of their menus, take a look at focus groups and give them kind of an assessment of what their consumer is looking at their food and thinking about, maybe how they want to see improvements and so forth. But then we'll roll up our sleeves and actually do the product development for them, do the artwork, the beautiful food photography on the back end for them, and give them ways to really wisely market that as well. So it's, for me, being here again is really representing the brand well. This is our beautiful new brand, barely a year old, and giving the not so obvious the opportunity to talk to folks and let them know all of these services that we have are there for them to use.
Incredible. And I got to have 2 whole bites of my sandwich, and it is delicious.
Thank you so much.
So what booth are they coming to get this delicious sandwich?
Yep. So we've got 1608. Again, it's the Entegra booth. We're right behind our parent or partner company, Sodexo. We are a part of Sodexo proudly. And 1608 will welcome them here with lots of great swag and some more delicious panini for the rest of the show.
So come see Chef John. I will kick it back to a break because I'm going to finish my sandwich because it's that good. Thanks, y'all.